Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. We are here today, I believe, to do week 44, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, 44 in the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge. And I'm filming this a tiny bit early, maybe like a week early, and we'll go over the prompts. So if you would go to hashtag 2024 CW44, excuse me, yeah, I said 44, didn't I? Yes. Then you can see what others have done with these same prompts. So what we need is an image with sky in it, patterned paper, something associated with a period in history, something that starts with B, as in boy, fiber, yarn, or string, and the bonus is something torn. I have all of those things today. So we shall get started on this. First off, here are some of the things I considered. I don't know what statue this is, but certainly that would be something in history and also has the sky. But I'm not using that. And then I also had this, which then I decided they might be in a cave rather than this being the sky because it kind of looks like rock. So that's not going to work. Love this image of the hot air balloons. So we have sky in the background there. But I decided not to use this one. This one will be saved. Certainly all of these will be saved for, something else. And then I also considered this one, which is from Reader's Digest. And you see the sky between the trees there. I love this. This looks like it should be, I don't know, the Garden of Eden or something. But that couldn't be Eve because, well, she has some clothes. So anyway, but I'm going to save that for something else. So those were some of the things that I considered for something with the sky, basically. That's what those were for. I decided not to use any of those, but I did come across in my search, I came across this image. And this is two lovely ladies sitting in a swing. Of course, that's sky in the background. And there's a branch that the swing is hanging from with some little birds on it. So that is what I'm using for an image with sky in it. And we're going to start with that. No, we're not going to start with that because this doesn't come, and this edge is torn, so this is also something torn. But I don't like the fact that it's going to leave this white border here. So I am going to use this washi as something to, it's not part of the prompt, it's just something to cover up. I love this particular washi, and as you can see, I'm getting close to being done with it because it's just goes to there. So that'll make me sad when there is no more of this. But I want to put this along the edge here, but I want to put it up high enough so that, because it, let's see if I can get some light behind it so I can see where it's at. Here we go. That's pretty good. I want to, and I don't need it to come all the way down, but I want to cut off some of this along this edge because I'm putting this all the way to this edge and I want the numbers to show, so I have to put it up maybe just a little bit more. I want the numbers to be legible enough to know what numbers they are. I love numbers. I love using numbers. So this is, we're just going to have to, and I may have to cut a little bit off because this is not, as you can see, I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing here, but the numbers are not all the same height. They're kind of staggered. And so I may have to cut off some of the top of the numbers, barely, just maybe at the top, to be able to see, so I can see the numbers. Or I may have to rip down this a little bit more. I could do that too, I guess. This is just where it was torn off the page. Okay. Let me readjust one more time. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. But I will tell you that I'm filming this a little early. This one came together very quickly. Like I said, in the video that I'm filming on Sunday. This is 10/20/24, and I'll tell you why I wanted to show you that. And I'll probably show it to you again. So this is a Sunday afternoon. You will be seeing number 43 tomorrow on Monday. It's already loaded and ready to go. You will see it tomorrow. I'm not doing very well at this, am I? Not very. No, I'm not. I can't see it. Can't see where it needs to go. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tear this off a little bit. It doesn't have to really necessarily show the entire number. So I'm just gonna tear this a little bit more. Anyway, my husband and I, this is a beautiful day today. Absolutely the perfect day. Sunshiny. Temperature is about 75 or 6 right at the moment. It was a little cooler than that when we started out. And we took our Mustang. See, it tore better out of the book than it's tearing here. I hope I'm not tearing too much. Almost. Kind of, sort of. That's kind of annoying. I didn't want to do that. Let's see if I can do this a little bit better with this, maybe. I wanted it to be a little more ragged, but I also wanted it to cover up all the white. I may have to do a little bit of, I don't know, I could put some of it back on there. Who knows what I might do. But anyway, so we went out, top down. We have a convertible Mustang. And we went with the top down. And that's why I was showing you this. We went to Sproul Bluff, which is a state park in Georgia. And it's a bluff with a river running through the bottom. And we did a little hiking. It's not, well, actually, I wouldn't really call it hiking. I'd call it more like path walking, because it was going up the mountainside or up the bluff side, but it was not terribly steep. Okay, that's all I'll tell you. I may, well, I can also bring this back down. Let's do it one more time, shall we? Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect temperature for a top-down cruise. We went all back roads to this bluff, and it's about a good 30, 40 minute, maybe even longer drive for us to go to this bluff. So it's really not that far away. It's a nice ride, and it's all, excuse me, it's all, you know, back roads and just a nice drive. So we did that and just got back a little bit ago. I am going to take my decal edge scissors, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the decal edging, but I am going to take that and cut this a little bit, because I really wanted this to be not perfect. So I'm just going to take this. I should have done that to begin with. I didn't think about it. Anyway, I just want that to be a little more raggedy, just because I like the texture. That's just, there we go. But anyway, so we went for a ride, stopped at a little, as you come into where you have to pay $5 to go to a state park. And that'll get you all day if you want to stay all day. Of course, we didn't, but anyway, where you pay as you drive through and to go to this park, there's a little trading post, they call it, right there. So it's a little convenience store, gift shop kind of place. And we stopped there on the way back out, got some water, and we each got an ice cream. If you've not tried the Snickers ice cream bar, oh my goodness. That is so good. It's caramel, peanuts, vanilla ice cream with the chocolate, and then chocolate cover so it looks like a Snickers bar. Oh my gosh, it was so good. My husband just got a plain old ordinary ice cream sandwich, which I'm sure was good. But I like to have a little crunch in my ice cream. So I like ice cream that has nuts and bits of chocolate and, you know, caramel and whatever else it can have in it that has good flavor together. So that was really good. So we ate that on the way back home. And as soon as we got home, I came in to do my video. So we just had a wonderful afternoon. That was exactly what I wanted to do. When we got home from, we could go out with friends for lunch. And when we got home from lunch, I said to my husband, I said, you want to go for a ride? I want to go do something. I want to go somewhere, stop, you know, and then ride some more. So that's what we did. It was perfect. Had the greatest time. Just enjoyed the ride. Good conversation with each other. Just, you know, all those fun things. Okay, I'm going to have to go in. I'm having the hardest time here doing what I want to do. I've got to glue this. I've got to glue this tape down because it is not going to stick. Otherwise, it's not very sticky. I love the tape. I've had it forever, but it is very sticky. I mean, very unsticky. And so I have to run it across some glue here. Let's see if I can do that and get that down. And I'm going to try this for the, 5th time to get this down. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing on this Sunday afternoon. And I am going to do a little journaling with that parking pass thingy. You have to put that in your window after you've paid your $5. And so I'm going to use that and write a little bit about what we did. And my husband took some beautiful pictures of the river. And that's just, I'm going to use some of those pictures and just, I don't really keep a daily of anything per specific. I don't do every day. I don't have a journal that is specific to daily things because I don't really keep a daily journal. We're retired, and oftentimes there's just not a whole lot going on, so I just have a journal that I keep things in that I enjoy looking at and that I want to remember and keep, you know, for keepsakes, and I will just journal this day in that journal, and then I'll have it documented in some way. So your journaling can be however you want your journaling to be. It doesn't have to be a specific way. It can be any way you'd like for it to be. Okay, so that is down because now I need to use the next thing I'm going to have is patterned paper. And I've got this paper right here. It's polka dotted on this side, and I don't want to use the polka dotted side for when it's black, and I didn't want black. But this side looks sort of like a newsprint, like maybe from a newspaper or something. And that I'm going to leave. It's also torn. I'm going to leave that white edge. I just like that for the contrast. And this is going to go down next. And we're just going to put that. I did not consider anything else for the patterned paper. Well, I did, because I considered doing the polka dot on this side, but when you see what I'm doing, you'll know why I didn't do that. This side made more sense. This was a patterned paper I had from a bookstore that I was at yesterday, actually. My sister-in-law's birthday. was earlier in the week, and she and I went antiquing and estate selling yesterday. We had breakfast and went on our way to do those things, and that was fun. So I've had a really fun weekend this weekend. Okay, so that is my pattern paper right there. Now, something associated with a period in history. This is from a Reader's Digest magazine. This is also from a Reader's Digest magazine. And some months back, it's been several months now, earlier in the year, we watched a series called Masters of the Air. And it was fighter pilots and had a storyline, kind of a simple storyline, but a storyline nonetheless. But the main thing was showing you what happens with, how the fighter pilots keep going, and, how they think and that sort of thing. And it's based on two particular pilots that were in World War II. And this is an ad for that series. It's called Masters of the Air. This, I forgot his name, starts with an A. And I think his last name's Butler. No, it's not Butler. What is his name? I don't know. He played Elvis in the Elvis movie that came out somewhat recently, maybe last year. I don't remember when it came out, but this was an ad for that. And so this is my something associated with a period in history. This is symbolizing World War II. He is in front of a 52B, I believe it's a 52 bomber airplane, and he has on a bomber jacket. So that's the something that starts with B. So that's the something associated with a period in history, and something that starts with a B. We already have the bonus, which is something torn. And I've got two things that are torn, as you will see, and you will notice once again. And so we will get this down, and that's going to be my reference to history. And then I'm going to tell you all about what this is about. My little, it's not really a story per se, but my thoughts on what this is all about. I like for it to have a little bit of a story, a little bit of a, human interest something. And I will tell you that in just a moment. So, I wanted to use this look like newsprint because, they're always, the pilots and the soldiers and everybody that's in the war is always looking at newspapers to see what's being said about the latest thing that's happened, and or what they predict is coming, or or whatever it might be. And so that's what I anticipate that is about. And these ladies, so the next thing I need is fiber, yarn, or string. So I decided, this sky, and looks like it has stars in the sky. So this, I'm saying, is a not quite dusk, but approaching dusk, because you've got some of the peach sky here, that the sun may be over here setting, away from where they're looking. And in that part of the day, you oftentimes can see the moon also in the sky, even before the sun has set. So that is what I did with my yarn. This is not a very heavy yarn kind of string. And I just made a little moon, just taking a 1-inch circle and rolling the yarn around it so it made it, following the circle. And then I just put a little bit of smoked hickory, I believe it's called, gray distress ink on it to give it a little bit of shadowing, if you will, just so it's not a solid white color. And that is my fiber or yarn. So these ladies are at home in the States. sitting on the swing, enjoying the approaching dusk. And the girl on the right, this girl, I've decided she is the sweetheart of the fighter pilot down here. And the other lady is the fighter pilot's sister. And the sister and the girlfriend are friends. So they're sitting in the swing, enjoying the approaching dusk, hoping and praying that their brother and sweetheart will come home to them at the end of the war. And so they're just kind of, you know, enjoying their afternoon and thoughts of this pilot. This pilot is also in thought, hoping that he will come home to his sweetheart and his sister and his other family members. And that's where this is going, and that's what this is. So that is my collage. Now, you know, you guys have been watching me, and you know that I like to do a picture, a scene, or something where they all join together in some way. I like to do a story of some kind. I don't really do a story. I just set the scene, basically. And I was thinking about that, and why am I that way? And I don't really know why I am that way. That's just how my mind works. But part of, like, I could have layered more things on this, but the images I find, I love, most often I love the images. So I don't really want to do a whole lot to take away from the image, because I love the image. So I loved this background image, and I did not want to cover it up with other stuff. And that's just, I have decided that is just who I am. I mean, like, when you know, like this one is more of just a layered collage, not really necessarily a story behind it, but like, you know, I don't know. I like the images, so I don't want to cover the images up. But anyway, that is my collage for this week. Let's go over the prompts, make sure we've got them all. So we have an image with sky in it, and that is this image all up here in the top of the background. Something associated, pattern paper is this scrapbooking paper with what looks like newsprint on it. Something associated with a period in history is this fighter pilot in front of a B-52 bomber. I believe that's what it is. It's a bomber airplane of some variety, and that's World War II. Something that starts with a B is he has on a bomber jacket, and he is in front of the bomber plane. I'm going to say it's a 52B bomber. Then we have our moon made out of a yarn, a small string yarn sort of thing. It may be considered string. And the bonus is something torn. So I have this torn here, and I have this is torn down this side here. So that is this week's collage. And I thank you for coming along. I so appreciate every one of you, and I appreciate you commenting and just watching. Some people have quite a number of people that watch, not that many that comment, and that's okay. I wish you would comment. I'd like to know what you think, and I really do appreciate those who do comment. That does help to, the more comments and likes you get, helps push your videos out to people who might not know I am here and I am doing this. So I appreciate those comments that I do get. And I'd like to know what you think about this collage. And I love you all. I appreciate you coming. I'm glad you're here. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for the ones who are not yet subscribed. And if you would subscribe or would like to, that'd be great. And hit the notification bell. You'll get further videos from me. I so appreciate you coming along. and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.